Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Hope today finds everybody well and good. I have been inventorying and working on my knife collection, getting everything cataloged. I've put a personal hiatus on myself not to buy any knives. That's going well. Not. So I decided this morning what I was going to do. I was going to do something else entirely, and I came back over here and I said, I got all these Parkers sitting out. Let's get them done and put up. So that's what we're going to do today. I have marshmallowed every one of these. Toasted. I'm not supposed to say burned. And I want to come back and sand them a little bit, clean them up, and get them put up. This was the first one, the big boy. What is this? This is a K54. So this is the clasp knife according to HT. I don't disagree because I don't know anything different. So what we're going to do with it, I've got these foam back ones. I've got 1,000 here, 400 and 600. I'm going to give them a little sand. I'm not going to try to get out on the bolsters and just get them cleaned up from where I toasted them. Get them to where I like what they look like. You can add a lot of character by staying in one spot or move it around. Depends on what you like. That's the key to all this, is what you like. Not what I like, not what you presume that I like, or anything else. It's what you like. I'm not going to do a whole lot to these. I'm just going to try to get them shined up. That's all my goal is. Get them shined up. Put back where they belong and get them cataloged. I got one more Parker coming, and that's going to finish my Parker stuff for a while, unless I see something that's just unique and different and interesting. Like I said, I'm not going to do a whole lot to these. They're in pretty good shape. That's like glass right now. We're going to go to 1,000 here. Now this is going to shine up really nice. Let's see what we got here. I like the idea of toasting them. I think it facilitates bringing out a lot of character. I went back to 1,000 there. I should have done the 600 first. Or actually the 400. Come on, get it together this morning. So I went back to drinking my coffee black this morning. I am trying to lose some weight. At 66, my kidney doctor would love for me to do bariatric surgery, and I have probably no desire to do that. But she does want me to lose some weight, and I cannot drink the salt. That's what I'm mostly fighting, is salt. A whole lot of water because I'm a kidney patient. Not on dialysis, but I just have one kidney that's percolating at about half the cylinders. But at any rate, won't bore you guys with that. So, okay, I got that where I think I want it to be. I always see Doc use the Neverdoll first. I do think it gets all the dust off. Hang on, guys, I'm trying to open the dang can. Well, there she goes. And I think that's the main reason. It does leave a residue behind, so be sure to wipe it down before you're going to do whatever else you're going to do to it in terms of the knife. So let's dust all that off too. Get in here and get this good and dusty, good and cleaned up off the dust. This is going to look beautiful, guys. This is going to look absolutely gorgeous. trying to keep my voice high enough that you guys can hear me. That's just a remarkable looking thing. Isn't that gorgeous? You see how that residue comes up on that? So we're not shiny yet, which we don't expect to be. Wipe that off. Wipe that off. I've been using metal compound, but I see everybody using the flits. So I'm going to switch back to it. No, I'm not going to switch back. I'm going to switch to it. This one's runny. I got a brand new bottle somewhere. Tube, I should say. I'm not quite sure how much polishing you can do with this like it is, but let's get it a little thicker there. That's a little better. We'll see what kind of results we get. I like to rub it in really good because I think that's what the part is that's really giving you the shine. Be careful your blade back here, but be aware that it's open. So I'm going to bring a clean cloth over here and just polish. Just get some friction going. I believe that dog a hunt. Yes, indeed. What are you guys thinking here? I'm thinking it looks pretty darn good. You see where I added all this black in here and this? I toasted up here, pulled it back, got all this out here. I did all that, trying to get it all the way out to the edge. You see how I faded all this? Doesn't it look good? Rubidor Creek Outdoor Wax. Oh, this is my new bottle. New whatever, not bottle, but you know what I mean. It'd be all right. We can use it. I give myself permission to use it. Gotta put a little bit on the blade too. What I'll probably do is on the next knife, speed some of this up for you guys if you want to stick around and watch it. That'd be awesome. I need the watch hours, I need the subscriptions and the like-abouts and the subscribees and everything. I'm not getting anywhere with hours watched. It's killing me. They keep telling me I'm hovering right around where I've been. I don't move much. All right, guys. I think this thing's gonna look super nice. I'll do the blade first. And I'm also going to drop just a little bit of oil down in here too. These knives are like new old stock. They came in very clean. The majority of them even have their boxes, so they're very clean. Let you guys see this in a second. Trying to get her all fingerprinted off, all the fingerprints off of it. So if you guys would in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. What cities, states, countries. be appreciated. Anything you say is appreciated. All right, boys and girls, what do y'all think? I think that side turned out absolutely marvelous. She's slick, nice and clean. I got nothing to complain about there. What do y'all think of that side? I think I did pretty good. What do y'all think? Keep picking it up and put my fingerprints on it. There's my other tube of flits. All right, let's do the baby one. See what she looks like now. I didn't do a whole lot there. I added over here. Got out there to the edge there. Of course, you can see where I went dark up there and darkened this up. This side just basically stayed in there. Added a little bit in the back. So this one is pretty much just a tiny bit of stuff on it. I'll let you guys follow me through this one, being it's a small one, and then I'll pick you up and speed the video up on the rest of them. I'll just let the camera run, maybe or maybe not, depending upon how long it winds up being. I'll put some music to it. We'll see how it goes, because I got 3 more to do. 2 mooses and another small pocket knife. Actually, this one's even smaller than this one, so that's not the smallest one, but I think that looks good. What do y'all think? Look at that. She's gonna dull up after this never dull real quick, which is kind of funny to me, but that looks awesome. I'm very happy with these results, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I can live with this. And I like, if you want to, just stand in the spot and try to bring back some white that you need back, or whatever color your bone is underneath. You can do anything you want. This is like being an artist almost. That was the 600. This is the 400. Going backwards on the sandpaper, I need to pay attention. I like these foam back pads. The cat's meow. Look at that, guys. Pretty cool. Little flits, farts, whatever it's called. This is where I really like to use my finger and try to use that as a polishing. I thought about taking a Dremel of these. I've yet to see any of the knife guys that are good at it really come back and polish the bone or the stag with a Dremel or anything. I do have a small wheel, grinding wheel, or whatever it's called, grinder, you know, tabletop, like Doc's got, basically the same one. And with the fiber cloth, it's great, but I find I can do just as good with the Dremel on that in most cases. And I've tried using the polishing cloth on it, but it won't allow me to take the guards completely off. So you keep hitting the guard. So it's a pain in the ass. So I took and sat it over there, and I haven't gone back to it. So that's 54 bucks spent for nothing, basically. All right. What are y'all thinking? I think she's looking great. That thing's coming up good. little wax. Get her down in there. Man, this is fun. I love doing this stuff. Absolutely love it. My wife's going to grab me because she's got 2 little Yorkies that live on her side of the house, and I got 2 poodles on my side. And we have romper room every morning. All right. I thought these cloths were cleaner than what they are, but they'll work. Forgot to do the blade on this one. Get out here and rub on that a little bit. HT turned me on to these Parkers. They're not that expensive. The majority of them I was able to procure for less than 50 bucks in every case, and then even less than that in some of the cases. There goes my 2 barking. All right, settle down. Apologize. The trouble with them barking when I'm doing these videos is I realize you guys are sitting there with your own pets, and they get your house in an uproar when they bark. It's inevitable, right? Or the doorbell rings here and it goes through the channel, gets to your TV through my mess over here, and then your dogs are barking at somebody at the door that's not even there. I'm trying to stay in frame here, guys. Sorry. What do y'all think? I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I got no complaints about that. Sweet. So that's number 2 and number 1 done. We're getting there. All right. Let's do the baby. The true baby this time. Let's get the right. For you, as far as I know. Future me will fix it up, I hope, in editing. This is where I run into a problem, and I'm sure the older guys can relate to it that come and watch. Your hands don't work as well as they used to when you were younger. Well, add that on top of my Parkinson's, which granted, I'm very blessed. And it is Thursday, by the way. So I'm blessed on Thursday that it could be a lot worse. That it's not a lot worse, I should say. And the problem I run into after I've been sitting here, I got an issue with my leg. So I got to get up, which is fine. I need to get my fat ass moving anyway. My hands start cramping. And they've been doing that for years when I do small work like this. Or redundancy, sanding back and forth, or doing other things similar to this. I already oiled this one, by the way. Earled. A bunch of comedians. But at any rate, like right now, I've got cramping all through here. You see how it's pulling in? And it's just going to get worse as I sit here. Now, I got 2 more knives to do, so I'm going to try to struggle through them. But what I'm trying to say to you guys is, as far as continuing cleaning knives today or something along those lines, it's probably not going to happen because I just can't get my hands to cooperate the rest of the day, which sucks because I got a ton of shit around here to do. And I'm sorry about the swearing. I swear like a sailor, but trying to do better. Look at that one, guys. I love this one because it's got the light pockets in here. See the little toasting I did up here? Looks absolutely awesome. I think that just looks great. But I got 2 mooses to do here. I've got this one and this one. I don't know how I wound up with 2, but I did. And I'm okay with that. It's here. It's paid for. I'm not going to worry about it. But let me know if your hands do that. Cramp up. I'd be willing to bet they do. Can't be the only guy with the issue. This needs a little bouncing something underneath it. I usually have a little piece of wood. I don't have it. I don't like bearing down on the blades like that. This knife is so thick, she's a fat belly girl. What do y'all think about this whole process? I think it's turned out absolutely fabulous. And the cool thing about it is, if you don't like what you've done, I'm not going to say you can get it back to where it was at, but you can definitely lighten it, manipulate it, work on sanding in some areas that you want a little bit different appearance. And you can just come back if you need to and darken it up again. It's entirely up to you how you do your knife. That should darken up. Yeah, it should be fine. Might like it a little darker. I don't know. This side's pretty toasty, pretty dark. We got some burn ends on this side. Can't say enough about this foam paper. I'm not going to take this 400 too much because I don't want to take too much more of the black off. Just going to knock it down. I'd like to get a little bit right there. I've had a couple of people comment they're not brave enough to try this. Get a junk knife. I think I showed you guys in the last video, I'm working on learning how to put jimping on a knife. And that's going to be interesting. It came out actually better than I thought it was going to. I just need to find some files that have a little bit larger jimping diamonds in it, a cross pattern or whatever it's called. And for a small knife, this one's fine. And actually you feel it. I mean, you almost can't see it, but you know that it's there on top of the knife. These are coming out so nice. Couldn't be happier. It is just a labor of love. I wonder what happens if you did get a buffer to this, how much more it would look better or not better. I'm pretty sure it would look better. Although this does a pretty good job. I was really surprised at how well it does do. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look great? Still a little, well, a little dull in areas. I wouldn't say dull. It's more, not quite as glossy as it should be in some areas. Let's see what we got here once we get the wax on it. Wax on, wax off. She's smooth. That's the one thing. You don't have to worry about that. Here we go with the wax on. I'm not going to put y'all through the misery of watching the next one, even at fast motion, because it's the exact same knife, just built in with different character. I'll come back and do that other blade. I know there's people in there shouting, "You gonna do the other blade?" Yes. Yes, yes, I am. Anyway, I appreciate you guys that lasted this long. I don't know how many got to this point, but it's appreciated. See what y'all think. You know, something else that I thought about too. I stempel a lot of pistol grips with a heat iron. And I'm wondering in some cases that might make some interesting lines down inside the bone or the stag. We need to get into a crater and you want it to be a little bit more precise. Think about that and see what y'all think. I think it might work. And in the meantime, have a great day. God bless each and every one of y'all. I look forward to seeing you next time.